Welcome back to another video with IDN TV. Now if you guys are new to the channel, do yourself a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That way when I post, it'll come straight to your phone. You don't have to look for anything, it'll pop right up to you. Now let's get right into it. Now we're talking about Alpo Martinez and Snootie Wild. Now we're going to start with Alpo. Now Alpo did die October 31st, October of 2021. Now they have the guy who was actually responsible for it. Now his name is Shaquem Parker. He is 27 years old and he's facing those charges of killing Alpo Martinez. Now here's the kicker. Parker was already in Rikers Island for a gun possession and was arrested a few days after Alpo died on Halloween on separate charges. Now Shaquem Parker of West 149th Street, remember this street, West 149th Street, was caught because according to the sources, the detectives gathered information that he was the shooter of Alpo. Prior arrests for Parker include burglary, robbery, and drug possession. Now on Halloween morning, Alpo was driving behind the wheel of a Dodge Ram on Frederick Douglass Boulevard near 152nd Street, 3 blocks away from 149th Street. They said several shots hit the side window around 3:20 a.m. They said Alpo was found gasping for air in his truck when he was hit 6 times in his arm, chest, and he was also grazed on his left cheek. Now, according to the people who knew Alpo from the past or had any type of relationship with him, says Alpo was actually in the car with a female before it all went down. Now, once the shot started to go off, this is when she exited the car and panicked. Of course, I understand that. Now, they say Alpo was hit, and as he drove off, he started to throw drugs out of his passenger window. A few blocks he drove down, and this is when Alpo made his final stop. Now, I told you guys, New York City has too much surveillance in 2021 and 2022. I felt like they knew who did it, but they probably couldn't put the pieces together because he was arrested a few days after it went down. They was probably looking for him and they hit the database and found that he was already arrested and probably just had to gather all the pieces. That's why it probably took so long. Now, my question is this. What connects Alpo and this guy Shaquem Parker? Now, it's a big age difference. Some say that Alpo was still in the drug game. Maybe that's a connection. Or it could be that Alpo snitched, or maybe he did something to Parker's family or a close associate in the past. But they said Parker had priors of drug possession and Alpo was back in the game, the drug game at that. So this definitely could be that common link, but only time will tell. But his alleged killer is arrested and he is currently on Rikers Island. I'm wondering this, will Parker get that star treatment on the island? I mean, I believe so. A lot of people didn't like Alpo, that he snitched to save himself. So he might get the juice now. They might look at Parker like he's some type of hood hero or some type of Robin Hood. Now we shall see what happens, you know, his status and what's going on right now that he's currently arrested. And he'll have to navigate through those prison systems. So it might work in his favor when you really look at it. Now in other news, we reported Saturday that the Memphis rapper Snootie Wild did pass away after being shot in Houston, Texas Friday morning. Now a little bit more details have came out on what actually happened. Now, according to the reports, they say an unidentified woman at the scene made a statement, and she said it was actually her car that was stuck in the ditch. It wasn't Snootie Wild's. Now, this is when bystanders actually came to help her. They came along. Now, as soon as they started to help her, this is when Snootie Wild pulled up on another car, and he pointed his weapon at the lady. A few moments later, the woman claimed that she heard shots go off. Now, the police are saying as of now, they have no suspects in this case. Now, this is very skeptical to me. At 1 a.m. in the morning, some people were out just helping you randomly, like they're just standing out in the street to get this particular woman's car out of the ditch. Now, Snootie Wild just randomly appears at the same time and just randomly points his weapon at her. To me, it seems like a setup. And this is going to get solved very quickly. On top of that, it was reported that this incident was all recorded on camera. Somebody had a cell phone and recorded it. Now, who knows what's all that about, but this young man of the age of 36 has lost his life, and his family has to put the pieces together for closure and find out exactly what happened to him.
Okay. All right, we're at 7000 England at Alice. We have an SUV in the ditch behind me, and we have one adult male that's been shot in the neck, and he's at the hospital right now. He's in critical condition, so prayers for him. We believe the shooting probably happened just right at 2 a.m. My name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we do have right now, we got some excellent video from an individual that lives over here. He saw his video was, I guess, for somehow alerted him. He looked over a fence over here where he lives at and observed our suspect vehicle and 3 other individuals, 2 black males and 1 black female. And like I said, this is all great video. They were around this vehicle that was in the ditch. We heard 1 shot go off, and then the car left. The car did come back a little bit later and then left again. We actually have a vehicle that matches that description around the corner here. Our officers are sitting on. We're waiting for our investigators to get here and try to talk to some folks and figure out exactly what occurred. Like I said, we don't know exactly what the shooting was, what occurred, or why it occurred. Really, that's all we have right now. Our investigators are en route, and hopefully we'll catch whoever did this. Any questions?
Was the victim found in the driver's seat or something?
No, the victim was actually found in the ditch, and so the way we originally got the call was the shot spotter, which is, it locates gunshots, and so we first got that call, and officers were en route to this location, and then citizens called in about the individual being shot. So, and when officers got here, they found him. They provided first aid, and HFD got here and transported him ASAP. They're saying he's critical, so it's 50-50 right now. That's exactly what the doctor said. It's 50-50 right now.
So we don't know how the SUV wound up in the ditch.
It appears, from what we can tell from the video, it appears that the individual that was shot backed in, or we believe it's the individual that was shot. Again, the video's kind of fuzzy, but it looks like he just backed in there accidentally. And then the other vehicle pulled up, and the folks got out of the car, and they were talking for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, gunfire went off. Only 1 shot, actually. Yep.
Are there any bullet holes in the vehicle?
We haven't seen any. Like I said, we just heard 1. We believe it's only 1 shot.
Right, now that's all I got for you guys right now with Alpo and Snootie. But if anything pops up, make sure you subscribe with the bell notification on. That way you don't miss any news. It'll pop right up on you. I will catch you in the next video. IDN signing out.